Welcome to Supernatural Japan, the podcast where we explore the strange, the haunted, and the unexplained stories that lie just beneath the surface of everyday life in Japan. I'm your host, Kevin O'Shea, and tonight we're boarding a late-night train that never should have stopped. A journey that began on a quiet, ordinary evening and ended somewhere beyond the map. This is the haunting mystery of Kisaragi Station. It all began in 2004 on Japan's massive online message board, Nichan, or 2channel, a place famous for internet mysteries, early memes, and anonymous confessions. That night, a user posting under the name Hasumi started a new thread. Her first message seemed simple. Something strange has happened. I'm on the Enshu line, but the train isn't stopping where it should. At first, other users thought she was joking, but her updates came quickly. She wrote that she had been riding the train for 20 minutes past her usual stop, even though the line was normally short. The train had stopped making announcements, and the lights inside the carriage had dimmed. There were no conductors and no other passengers. Finally, after an unusually long ride, the train slowed and came to a stop at a platform marked by a single, old-fashioned wooden sign. The name on it read, Kisaragi Station. Hasumi, confused and alone, decided to get off. Hasumi posted again. I've never seen this station before. It's small, quiet. There's no one here. She described dim platform lights, a rusted timetable, and vending machines that didn't work. The ticket gate stood open, but the booth was empty. Other Nichan users quickly began replying. One wrote, "There's no such station on the Enshu line. Stay where you are." And another said, "It sounds like you're dreaming. Try pinching yourself." But Hasumi insisted she was awake. When she stepped outside, the night was eerily still. The town beyond the station seemed old, with small wooden buildings, narrow alleys, and distant mountains. And she said she could hear drums and the sound of a flute, as if a festival was happening far away. But she couldn't see any people. Hasumi tried calling her parents. They were worried and looked for Kisaragi Station on the map, but it didn't exist. Then she called the local train company. The operator told her they had never heard of a station by that name. People on the thread begged her to go back to the platform and wait for the next train, but she said the station lights had gone out and the tracks were completely dark. Finally, she decided to walk along the line toward the previous stop. She posted, "I'm following the tracks. It's cold and I can still hear drums. It feels like they're getting closer." After nearly an hour, Hasumi reported seeing a person ahead on the tracks, an elderly man. She wrote that he had only one leg and was using a cane to move slowly toward her. When she called out for help, the man turned, startled, and said, "You shouldn't be here. This place is dangerous." Before she could ask more, he vanished into the darkness. Moments later, she found herself standing before the entrance of a long, dark tunnel. The air was cold, and her flashlight app flickered. She posted, "I can't see the end. I think I hear water dripping. I'm scared." Her followers begged her not to go in, but she wrote that there was nowhere else to go. She took a few steps inside and heard a voice behind her, faint, like a whisper, "Come this way." Hasumi's next posts were frantic. She said that her phone battery was dying. She had reached the other side of the tunnel and found a shrine, small, moss-covered, with a gate that looked half buried in a hillside. She thought she saw shadows moving near the trees. Then, one last update. Someone offered to help me. A man in a car. He says he'll take me home, but his face, it doesn't look right. And that was the final post. After that, Hasumi's username never appeared on Nichan again. The thread spread across Japan overnight. Thousands of users saved copies before it disappeared. No one could verify who Hasumi was, or if she was even real. No police reports matched her story, and no Kisaragi Station exists on any train line in Japan. But the mystery took on a life of its own. People began posting maps with possible ghost stations. Some claimed to have received late-night train tickets marked Kisaragi, and even a few said they found a strange rural stop with no names flickering lights, only to vanish from GPS once they left. In Japanese folklore, trains have been long symbols of transition, vehicles that connect not just towns, but worlds. These are the stories of the Reiken Resha, the ghost train, that ferries lost souls to the afterlife. And the name Kisaragi, meaning the second month, or February, represents the changing of seasons, a boundary between life and death, winter and spring. Japan's love of railways has always carried a touch of the supernatural. In Tokyo's Shinjuku Station, commuters have reported seeing a pale woman vanish from crowded platforms. Along the Joban line, drivers tell of ghostly figures crossing tracks where deadly accidents once occurred. Kisaragi Station fits into this haunted network, a phantom stop that appears when a traveler's fate is about to change forever. Now, in 2022, there was a movie released called Kisaragi Station, a Japanese horror movie. And here is the synopsis of the movie from the website letterboxd.com. Kisaragi Station is an urban legend about a fictional railway station in an alternate universe where people can end up by accident. Folklore researcher Haruna Tsutsumi interviews Sumiko Hayama, who claims she visited Kisaragi Station in 2004 and managed to return. Hayama recounts her story. She ended up on a train platform on a seemingly abandoned village with 5 other victims, 3 hoodlums, a salaryman, and a high school girl named Asuka. After narrowly escaping various supernatural threats, they found a glowing portal, and Hayama ended up back in the real world alone. Those 7 years had passed, and it was 2011. Haruna follows the same steps as Hayama and ends up in Kisaragi Station herself. She finds the same people Hayama met, unknowingly trapped in an endless time loop. Armed with the knowledge of the events that will happen, Haruna tries to help them. Now, I have not watched the movie yet, but I definitely want to check it out. I was looking at some streaming services that I have, Netflix, and it wasn't there. So hopefully I can find it on Amazon Prime or Netflix in the future, and I'm definitely curious to check this one out. The story of Kisaragi Station feels modern. A mystery of smartphones, message boards, and late-night commutes. But at its heart, it's a traditional ghost story. A traveler strays off a known path, crosses into another world, and never returns. Whether Hasumi was real, a storyteller, or something in between doesn't matter anymore. Her posts captured a uniquely Japanese fear. Being isolated, unseen, and slowly realizing you slipped somewhere you don't belong. So, the next time you ride the last train home, watch the lights flicker across the platform signs. If you ever see one that says Kisaragi Station, stay on the train. Thanks for listening to Supernatural Japan. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to follow us wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you'd like to help the show grow, leave a review and a rating. It really helps make a difference. If you'd like to see some photos about Kisaragi Station, please check out our podcast Instagram at Supernatural Japan. You can find all kinds of great content over there. And we have a Facebook page as well where I share those photos. Kevin O'Shea, I'm on Blue Sky and X, where I post lots of spooky things and lots of things that are absolutely not spooky about life in Asia. Now, I would like to ask all of you to shoot me an email at supernaturaljapan@gmail.com. If you've got any ideas, stories, or you'd just like to say hello, please email me at any point. That link is in the show notes. All of these links are in the show notes. And that's it. Until next time, keep your eyes on the next stop and don't miss your train home.